This is abnormal entertainment.
You notice I say dick a lot. 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 Dick, 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 dick. Hello, bonjour, what's up? Welcome to SuckCess the Pudcast. My name is Camm and get your hand from around my throat. Last week I talked about the other D word, discretion, and I told you all about my all-time favorite dick. Yeah, it's attached to a guy, but he's less important. That dick is a superstar. Today I want to get into something that just happened to me recently that I felt was definitely worth the retelling here on SuckCess. If you're basing your monkey shines on whether or not you come, then I suppose not every suck will be a success. But if you're like me, and you discount how much fun you had, and how turned on you were, then you'll find yourself satisfied no matter how shiny your monkey got. Take this story from a couple nights ago, for instance. I was at a party, a lot of friends, a lot of strangers, a lot of drinks, good times. A fairly small guy walks in, nobody noteworthy but for the fact that a buddy of mine told me there's such and such, he's cool but he's psycho. Okay. Fast forward to about 10 minutes later, and Psycho is offering me a swig of Jack Daniels straight from his bottle he had in his hand. And I ain't turning that down. But that was that at that point. I partied with my friends and danced and all that shit, and at some point I ended up outside with the smokers having a cigarette break. It was mixed company, guys and girls, and just like I mentioned a couple weeks ago, the straight guys started talking about pussy. I don't remember much of their conversation because of all the fucking spirits I had in my system. But I do remember at some point one of them asked me, "What about you? What are you into?" I think the question was, "What kind of chicks do you like?" I just remember that right now. And my answer to him was the kind with hairy thighs and big dicks in between their legs. that got me a lot of laughs and right-ons and, "That's cool, bro. You're still cool with me. I can respect that." And wait, on a side note, why is it always necessary to tell me that despite the fact that I'm sexually attracted to men, I'm still cool with you, and you can respect that? I never once told a straight guy, "You like pussy? Well, I guess you're still cool with me." What you're doing is telling me that what I'm doing is wrong, but you're deciding to be so nice that you're going to still hang out with me anyway. But I digress. So I made the heteros laugh with my hairy thighs and big dicks comment, and then Psycho said, just loud enough for me to hear, "Ain't nothing wrong with that." And I gave him this quizzical look, and he goes, "Yep, you heard me right." And immediately I went to go shake his hand and reintroduce myself. He's like, "Dude, we met inside a little while ago." And I'm like, "Yep, but I didn't give a shit before. Now I want to stick close to you and hear what you got to say. Sounds like we got stuff to talk about." Then, out the blue, he pulled my fucking face to his and kissed me. With tongue. I don't think I discussed it here yet with you guys, but you should know that I hate kissing. I hate saliva on saliva contact. Kissing is just not for me. That being said, I cannot lie. It wasn't horrible. It was fairly short, and his breath and mouth were perfectly legit, so thank God for that. So yeah, he kissed me right there in front of the entire mixed crowd and said, "See, nothing wrong with that." And now I'm thinking, you are psycho. But so far, I'm kind of digging it. I finished my cig, I went back into my friends. I didn't go stand with him. I'm interested, but I'm not a puppy. I didn't even tell my friends about the kiss when I got back in. Like, it's no need to broadcast it. Anytime a dude gives you a drunken kiss in the mouth in front of several people, some he knew, some he didn't, then that's in the bag. Also the reason why I didn't need to stick close to him. He wasn't going nowhere. I had him. So, we partied. Party ended and we all came back to my house. And I gotta explain all. Because Psycho was with a chick. A chick that he liked as a friend and also like as more than a friend, I think. He told me she's back and forth with her boyfriend all the time, and when they're off, him and her kind of do some exploring with each other. And I don't think the two of them ever fucked, but it sounded like it was leading somewhere for sure. But anyway, Psycho's chick ended up giving her number to and coming back to my place to hang out with a buddy of mine. So my buddy drives us home to my house, and I get everybody set up with drinks if they wanted it, a couch to cozy up on. It's just like, here, you can even have the remote. Me and Psycho are going in my room and we're closing the door. See ya. We're in my room and I go straight for the Cammogram. And I gotta give credit to my friend Sean Salas for coming up with that term because I fucking love it. A Cammogram is a full-on dick and balls inspection. Thank you, Sean. So, I'm giving the Cammogram, and Psycho starts in with the, we can't do this here, not now, I got my homegirl in the other room, we gotta get her back because she lives with her parents, yada yada yada. In the meantime, this dude's junk is wiggling around under my hand like he had a fucking feeder mouse in his pants. This is clearly a no means yes situation. So I'm just like, yeah. Yeah, you guys gotta get going. I hear you. Let's get you going then. Go ahead. How come you're not leaving? And the whole time he's voicing that he needs to go, but he ain't moving a muscle. Well, he was moving a muscle. At some point, my pants came off. I can't remember why. At some point, I laid down on my bed. I can't remember why. There was a lot of alcohol involved in this night, so keep that in mind. It's not like me to have my pants off, but there I was, laying on my bed in my drawers. Next thing I know, he's on top of me, still with his pants on, but he's riding me like my name is Seabiscuit or some shit. And then, the choking. He's getting into this whole riding, and I was way into it myself, I gotta admit. Something that I don't normally do often. I'm strictly a blow and go kind of guy. So, he's riding me like a champ, and then he starts to choke me lightly. Okay. Alright, I'm fine with it. Again, something new. Never be afraid to try something new, you guys. Then the choking gets a little harder. I stopped him before it got too bad, because I don't know exactly how far we were going to go with the whole choking thing, but I wasn't about to find out. I kept it at a level that was enjoyable for me, and surprisingly enjoyable to be honest. He eventually took my dick out and started yanking on it like he was mad at it, which was also enjoyable. But eventually we stopped. We played around in my room off and on for about an hour or so, until he really had to go, so I let the Psycho dude go. Nobody came, but fuck, I had fun. My buddy in the living room wasn't so lucky. When I walked Psycho out, he was sitting there flipping channels on my TV and the chick was in the recliner snoring. Now, I also want to mention our text conversation 2 days later because it's important and there's a lesson in it. I texted him the next day to say, in case you forgot, my name is Camm and this is my number. No reply. And that's fine by me. Some are going to stick around, but more are going to never want to see you again. It's just the nature of the beast. If you're looking for a long-term relationship or something real, you got to stick to a gay guy. A straight guy or a guy who considers himself bi is most likely not going to disrupt his entire life and leave everything behind after one good night with you. So, no reply from Psycho that first day. I was planning on never texting him or hearing from him again. Then he texted me the next day. And from here on out, I'll be reading a large portion of our conversation taken directly from my phone. Him. I'm sorry. I came home and passed out. But I wanted to let you know I'm not interested. You made it a fun night, though. Me. Perfect. I had fun, too. Take it easy, dude. You never want to ask for explanations or try to convince them directly to stick around. Remember, you have pride. And you should always keep the upper hand. Don't chase him and don't be too eager. Even to me, that's a turnoff. The challenge of getting somebody to like you or want to see you again is where you want to be. I was fully prepared to tell him to take it easy and leave it at that. Then, after about 25 minutes with no other text from me, I guess he could not keep the conversation going. Him. Ate too much Chinese food, can't move, and then he included some sort of emoticon or some shit. Me, LOL. What does that have to do with anything? Or is it an attempt at small talk after you told me you're no longer interested? Look, we're good, man. You don't need to soften the blow because it's not a blow. If you want to text and be cool, cool. But if you're embarrassed or something and it's easier to pretend I don't exist, that's cool too. Up to you. Him. Not interested in anything physical, but you're cool people. Those are hard to find around here. Me. Big old capital letters, LOL, and an exclamation point. You don't know me, but I'm kind of the king of gay straight relations. Everybody knows that. My point is, I know better. Nobody who's truly uninterested in anything physical with the guy they knew for 3 or 4 drunk hours would text them to say, but I still want to be friends even though we got naked together and I don't want to do it again. And keep in mind there's a lot of ha-has and LOLs included in these texts. I'm getting my point across, but I don't want them to think I'm upset, because I'm not upset. I'm far from upset. I'm just real. It's like, here's my thoughts on the subject, and as long as it's just me and you here talking, give me your honest thoughts on the subject. Him. Yeah, makes sense. Guess I'm still trying to figure things out in my head. Me. If you weren't interested, you just would have never tested me back. I agree, you're cool people too, but we gotta be honest with each other. I'm not asking for public acknowledgement, fuck that. I'm just saying, between us, just be honest. That whole I'm not interested in anything physical thing was laughable. You be real and we can probably be friends. That's all. Him. Got it. And after that we go on to talk about specific sexual shit as well as normal chit chat. He's not on my BFF list, but I definitely have a fuck buddy out of it. Maybe, possibly a real friend. Hell, most of my friends are psycho anyway. What's one more? Stand your ground, oddities. This is all about what you want for yourself. Remember that. Again, my name is Camm Harson, and this has been SuckCess the Pudcast, brought to you exclusively from Abnormal Entertainment every Saturday. You can always email me at Mr. Camm, that's MISTACAMM, @gmail.com. Chime in here, and I promise I'll read each and every email personally. Be sure to tune in to all of our shows and listen to all of our great abnormal hosts. It is my home, and I've personally removed all the doors off the closets. Please tune in with me next week for more hot tips on more hard tips. And in the meantime, remember, that thing ain't gonna suck itself. You better be there to get it done.
Head to abnormalentertainment.com for podcasts, blogs, and videos. New content goes up every single day at abnormalentertainment.com.